Hello and welcome to part 3 of our 303 modeling tutorial. So we're gonna take care about the holes with those discs we created as kind of placeholders. So let's go to the. I have to click on that. So let's go to perspective view and then we bring up our plane back up. So I wanna have it at 0 again. So I go here to translate Y, click on that and type in 0. So it's sitting at exactly on the grid, and that's where I want to have it. Now we go back to the top view, and we put in the hole with the edge loop from that disk. So we do it once with one of the bigger holes and just once with the smaller hole up there, and then we copy that over later. Alright, so at first we need to know how many edges here are around that disk. So let's go to edge mode, and then just double click here on the edge, on one of the border edges, and then if you have the poly count turned on, you can see how many edges are selected here. It's 48 in this case. So if you don't have it here, just go to display, heads up display, and then check this here. That's very helpful. So I got it always on. So okay, so we got 48 edges. So we have to split the piece of geometry where we put it into, in the end, 48 corresponding edges. And that's what we're going to do now. So let's go to object mode with that plane, and then we're using the split tool. Just call it split tool, and then we just do one right here and there. So it doesn't really matter that it's in a specific location. So we're using the face behind that disk. So let's go to face mode, and then face mode. What's wrong? We turn on a shaded mode. Okay, it's. Let me just move it down a bit. I need to turn on the wireframe on shaded so you can see it better. So let's bring that polygon plane up to 0. Could be so easy. So let's go to face mode and then select it and just delete it. I'm going to turn off the the grid for a second. That's here, little icon. And now I have to prepare, those 4 edges into something that gets into 48 edges. Before I do that, I'm gonna use the split tool again, and then I do some extra splits around that square we cut out, just to prevent later on when I just to have it, I would say, safe. So no matter what I'm doing wrong here with the 4 edges, so I still have something that's in quad geometry around it. Okay, so let's select this edge here, and then we could use the split tool again here. It doesn't really matter. So if we want to have it kind of symmetric, split it. So I'm gonna select one edge here, and then hold down on your keyboard Control, and then hold down right click, go to edge ring utilities, edge ring and split, and then it creates a split in the center of the center of that edge you selected. So and then I'm going here under the inputs to that split, put it from relative to multi, and then I need to insert 11 divisions. 11 So we need altogether 48 edges that we can connect with that edge loop here from that disk. So if I insert 11 here, I still have one extra, so which was already there. So if we count from here, so we got 11 splits, and then that's 12. So we do that 3 times more. So we select this edge, hit a G on your keyboard, so that repeats the last tool you used, and then click on the under the inputs again. Put it to multi, and then we dial it up to 11. And once again, this edge, hit G on your keyboard, go to the inputs, put it to multi, and then crank it up to 11. And once more, hit G on your keyboard, sound like a parrot, put it to 11. Okay, so now I just check if nothing went wrong, or I might have calculated it wrong in my head. So I'm just double clicking here on that border edge and then check. Okay, so I see 48 edges. That's what I wanted. And now with that edge loop here selected, I do another extrusion. So I click here on extrude, and then instead of using the handles here now to do the extrude, I just because the extrusion is already produced, so you can see it down here in the script editor. So it tells me results. So there is an extruded edge, but we can't see it because we didn't move that extrusion anywhere. So I want to bring it into the center or a bit closer to that disk. So I hit R just for the regular scale tool, and then I just scale it down from the center on. So somewhere about here. And we just do it once more just to keep the geometry safe later on, so it wouldn't be that important now. So I hit G on the keyboard so that the last tool was repeated, which was extrude. So now I hit R again to scale, and then scale it down just once more. Okay, and now hit Q to deselect all the tools, and then we go to this guy here. So it's still the edge loop still selected. So let's do another extrusion. I hit just W on the keyboard, and then I extrude down in Y. It doesn't really matter how low you go. And now I want to delete all the faces here on top. So let's go to the side view and go to face mode and select all the faces, and then hold Control. So once you press Control, you see the minus at your cursor, and then drag and deselect all the faces down here. So we go to perspective view and check that out. So sometimes it's the easiest way to select faces through this method. So let's just delete it. And now might explain short that okay, thinking and then talking. So I want to connect this edge loop to this one here. So I need to combine the two objects first, but even if I do it now and then try to do a bridge, that wouldn't work right because of the normals, the face normals. So I can see, if you see the black faces here, that tells you that, the face normals are pointing to the other direction. So like here, see the gray standard shader that's on that object. So the face normals are looking to me on that outer side, and from the inside they are looking away from me. So and that is easy to fix. So just select that object. I hit Q on the keyboard so to deselect the move tool or scale tool. So and then go to mesh display, and then you see that reverse button. So it reverses the face normals, and once I click that and deselect that, you can see that they are reversed. Okay, so Now I'm going to insert some extra edge loops here, some splits, keep the geometry safe, and we smooth it later. And still in edge mode, double click on the border edge. And now we do another extrusion here, so click on extrude. And now I'm using the blue handle here, which is a Z in my case. So I'm extruded out just a tiny bit. And then I'm using that window that's popping up for a couple of years now. So I'm gonna raise the divisions of that extrusion here. So I put it to 3, just to be sure that I have some extra detail there. Okay, so object mode, check if everything looks good and we didn't screw it up somewhere else, which happens from time to time. Alright, it's looking good to me. So maybe, not maybe, you definitely have to hold down Shift and select, we got that cylinder, which was a disk, now, and then hold down Shift and select the plane as well. So with the both objects selected, just click here on that combine button. It should be by default on the shelf. So now this is one object. Of course we have a hole in that object, but that's what we want to fix now. So to do that, just go to edge mode and then double click on the border edge of that square hole, and then Shift, double click on the border edge of that cylinder, and now we're doing the bridge. So it's the button next to the extrusion button. So create a polygon bridge. So that looks freaky now, but no worries, we can fix it. So I try to use the bridge offset here. Turn. Sometimes gets to a point, sometimes missing it. Okay, so that's geometry-wise, it's looking good. So the only thing that's now is a problem, the green faces here. That tells you, okay, there's something wrong with the normals. I don't know. I guess it's because it wasn't a cylinder that we created. It was one of those freaky discs. That's what I guess. So let's go to object mode. So you can definitely can fix it. So we don't have to repeat something here. So we can fix it, and we don't have to do it now because later on we will do an UV layout, and then we take care about normals. So I just try to assign another shader, and boom, so that already helped. Okay, I didn't expect it, but sometimes things are easy. Okay, so that piece of geometry I created, I think I'm gonna pause this video to keep the videos short. And then in the next video we do the same thing with one of those, and then I think we are done with the holes to the end of the next video. So see you then.